Me now, Ricardo Baretzky, President of the European Centre for Information Policy and Security and Specialist in International Counter-Terrorism. Ricardo, thanks for joining us here on RT International. Now, we don't know anything about the motives behind these attacks. In your opinion, what do you think the motives are, and is there the possibility that there's a link to terrorism?
I think absolutely there's a strong probability that many of these events is linked to a form of terrorism. What we have to understand, when does something become an act of terror, right? And that is something I think very important for the public and the community to understand, and that is when any act is committed against the people of the state, including the civilian, then that causes fear or terror, then it becomes a terror act. So to a certain degree, all these events is a kind of terror attack.
There seems to be incident after incident that we're hearing at the moment. How concerned are you about this spate of attacks?
We are very concerned. We have been monitoring, the ECIPS has been monitoring these attacks on global level, and we see a shift towards territory. And there's a big danger that this is fundamental footprints for extremists that's based a kind of religious-based warfare, similar to that which we've seen prior in Africa to the fall of the apartheid era. And this is very dangerous times, and we urge all the leaders to seriously pay attention. And this is a very dangerous time.
Now, it certainly seems like a very dangerous time. Why do we see a massive police response, for example, to a comparatively peaceful protest, such as the ones in Charlotte in North Carolina, yet minimal security presence at heavily populated shooter targets like the malls or the college campuses?
Well, it's clear that global police forces, particularly in the US also, is trying to avoid too much presence and overreacting in other parts. The danger is that they have to pay attention to the platform that we are seeing developing here. And too much police presence is not good, too little is also not good. What is important is to keep the public at ease at all times and make the public feel secure at all times. And I think this is where one of the fundamental problems lies.
Well, Ricardo, thanks very much for your insight on that. That's Ricardo Baretzky, President of the European Centre for Information Policy and Security and Specialist in International Counter-Terrorism. Thanks for coming on RT International.
Thank you so much.
Up next on RT International, a documentary